Hey guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys know the vibes. Let's get pretty in tune.
Hey, welcome, you now the vibes. Welcome to my girl Pretty in Tune channel, where she keeps you up to date with the hottest tea. Download keep you all tappin' and shit. We stay lit on this channel, so fuck with you and stay updated. She will have you laughing and emotional all at the same damn time. So let's get pretty in tune this motherfucker, you know the vibes. My bish, gon' take it from here, queen in this fish.
You Kendra girl. Girl, so I come back towards you a little later after we finish politicking up on this so we can go get your take on what it is around here. So I seen this the other day, but I told y'all I was like resting, so I couldn't really politic up on it. And so basically, hold on, yeah.
New Yorkers are asking tonight after a car crashed and exploded on the U.S. side of the Rainbow Bridge. Surveillance video released by authorities shows a car traveling at an incredibly high speed and going airborne before crashing into a checkpoint booth. Here's what we do know this hour. Niagara Falls police are now officially in charge of that investigation after it was determined that it was not an act of terrorism. The department's crash management unit is now in charge. 2 Western New Yorkers in the car died and 1 border agent was hurt, but is going to be okay. And today the scene was quiet, but we could see a bit more of the damage caused by the speeding car, with ripped up earth, dents in the fencing, and damage to the concrete barrier. Again, state and federal officials emphasized there was no explosive material in the car. When we asked police about any leads on the case, they had no comment. And the Rainbow Bridge is still a tragic accident. The other 3 border crossings reopened last night. Good evening, everyone. I'm Claudine Ewing. With police not identifying the couple who died in the crash, we will not be using their names, but many people on Grand Island say they do know them. And they spoke to this community.
This gathering of members of the Niagara Sailing Club on Grand Island following their morning 5K charity walk, tempered by the realization 2 other members had been lost in that terrible crash on the Rainbow Bridge. The shock setting in for these Grand Island.
But then I made an announcement, and some people were just incredibly shocked. It's just, not only younger couple like that, but so ingrained and influential in this community.
I got home yesterday, didn't know any, saw that their driveway was filled up with all these cars, and I'm like, oh, they're having Christmas or Thanksgiving early. And it's like, that's really nice. And then about an hour later, I heard the news, and I'm like, oh my God.
They were regarded as very good neighbors and kind.
It's just gut-wrenching, really, really. They were so loved. They were so generous and kind and always willing to help, just plowing everybody's driveway for the love of it. You know what I mean? Just always willing to help and lend a hand, always, always, always. They were just very kind, wonderful people.
Without ever being asked, they would just be giving and gifting, and it's the type of people that were just lost.
Recipients of their generous giving included the Boys and Girls Clubs of Niagara Falls and the North Towns, along with this favorite place that was damaged by a March 2021 fire, now rebuilt largely thanks to this couple's contributions through their business and personal donations.
Without those folks, we would have never been able to this extent, rebuild this beautiful club.
Niagara Falls police say this is a very complicated investigation that's going to take time to try to determine the exact cause of the crash. At this point, police, again, we want to emphasize, not releasing the identities of the couple. They will also not discuss the type of car they were driving, but various reports indicate a very expensive vehicle.
Ron, thank you very much for that report this evening. Governor Kathy Hochul ruled out terrorism, but there are still many questions tonight, the circumstances of the crash. Our team coverage continues tonight with 2 on your side's Keelan Berrien and what investigators will need to rule out. Keelan.
That's right, Claudine. They would now have to look into whether this could have been due to a medical emergency, vehicle malfunction, or if there even was an intent. None of these have been ruled in or ruled out, but that will be a process. As you can barely tell, this was once a vehicle. The car was incinerated and small pieces of debris were scattered across the checkpoints. Governor Hochul pointed out that one key piece of evidence, the vehicle's license plate, is gone.
This vehicle basically incinerated. Nothing is left but the engine. The pieces are scattered over 13, 14 booths. So it is a large scene to be able to piece together the real story. To identify the make of the car, obviously there is not a license plate.
But again, now that terrorism has been ruled out, the Niagara Falls Police Department are handling the investigation. We asked if they had any leads at this time on the cause, and they had no comment. Claudine?
Keelan, thank you very much for that report. Stay with 2 on your side. You can follow the story. You can find updates here on air and online at WGRZ.com.
So when it first happened, everyone thought like this was some type of terrorist attack. They thought maybe did someone try to bomb the border bridge. I got a few things that I feel like this was a ritual. I don't feel like this was no incident or no coincidence, but sometimes the universe do works up in freak accidents when it's a ritual. Okay, it's right at the border of New York. That's one. Rainbow Bridge. That's 2. Then once I found out that they was at going to a Kiss concert. Kiss represents gateway, new beginnings. Check it out, because I had pulled up an article up on just a couple.
Rainbow Bridge explosion.
Kendra!
Niagara Falls Casino reveals couple's movements before crash. New details are emerging about the 2 people killed in the vehicle explosion at the U.S.-Canada border crossing at Niagara Falls on Wednesday. Law enforcement sources told CNN that a local New York man and his wife, who have not been identified, planned to attend a Kiss concert in Canada, but the gig was cancelled. The pair spent the night briefly visiting a casino near the border before the speeding Bentley they were traveling in rammed into the crossing at Rainbow Bridge, the sources said. The Seneca Nation, which owns and operates the Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino, said a vehicle stopped at the resort and casino for a matter of minutes shortly before the crash. The vehicle then drove less than a mile away to the bridge where it hit a curb on the U.S. side of the border, became airborne and then combusted, according to the FBI field office in Buffalo. The blast instantly sparked fears of a terrorist attack, but New York Governor Kathy Hochul later said there was no sign of terrorist activity. We send so much peace and love to the couple that lost their lives in this tragic situation. Back to my girl Jernice.
Thank you, Kendra. I see you got that little rap, girl. She had the fro the other day, baby. But I see she got it all wrapped and looking all cute and shit. But yeah, so that right there, it just didn't sit well to me. Okay. You hear Kendra just said that from the article, they was going to a Kiss concert. Then it made me see Kiss Rainbow. Like, what is they trying to tell us? It's at the New York border. Rainbow pot of gold. Rainbow pot of gold. Kiss gateway. Oh, it's something about that is literally is happening now. Yeah, that was definitely a ritual because that's kind of like what's happening now. It's like it like by them being at the border, and that border is the gateway into New York, right? Where the walkers can come, which is the immigrants can come in. And right now, it is like they getting like they hit the pot of gold. It's like because they get so much resources and benefits that literally we as the citizens wasn't even able to get. You get what I'm saying? So they get a lot of benefits, just a lot of things that is really feel like they hit the jackpot. You know what I'm saying? And like with such a quick time span. You get what I'm saying? With such a quick time span, because they don't have to wait up on these things in order to get these things. But I definitely feel like it was a ritual. I feel like it's more to it. Either it was like some type of freak accident, but going to the Kiss concert, Rainbow Bridge at the border or New York, it's just giving me ritual. It's just giving me a sacrifice. That is what it's giving me. I mean, that's just my opinion on it. Y'all, until next time, you guys know the vibes. Stay pretty in tune. I see you all. Peace, love, and healing. Y'all, type up in the comments on what do you guys think. Like, do you guys think it's something to that? Or is it just a coincidence? Or is it way more to what they are saying? Is it some type of key? Is it some type of gem? Is it spiritual? Like, let me know what you guys think up in the comments, okay? Until next time, good people, you guys on the vibe. Stay pretty in tune. Remember, if God is for you, who can be against you? Nobody, baby, nobody. Stay tuned. Until next time, good people, peace and love.